Welcome, everyone! Today we are going to talk about a problem that almost every English learner faces. You know some English. You understand many words. You can read. You can even write. But when the moment comes to speak with someone, your mind suddenly becomes blank. Your heart beats faster. You start thinking too much. You search for words. And instead of speaking, you freeze. Many learners think this means their English is bad. But the truth is different. Freezing when speaking English is not a language problem. It is a thinking problem and a confidence problem. Your brain is trying to build perfect sentences too fast. Your mind is trying to avoid mistakes. And because of this pressure, your brain stops cooperating. But the good news is this. Speaking English smoothly is a skill you can train. In this video, I will show you powerful techniques that will help you talk to anyone without freezing. If you truly understand and practice what you learned today, your speaking confidence can change completely. Tip 1. Stop trying to speak perfect English. This is the biggest reason why people freeze when speaking English. They try to speak perfect English. They want perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect sentences. And because of this pressure, their brain becomes slow. Imagine your brain like a computer. If you open too many heavy programs at the same time, the computer becomes slow and starts freezing. The same thing happens in your mind when you try to think about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and perfect sentences at the same time. Your brain becomes overloaded, and that is when the freeze happens. Here is something very important you must understand. Communication does not require perfect English. Communication requires clear ideas. Even native speakers do not always speak perfect grammar. They pause, they repeat words, they make small mistakes, but they continue speaking because their focus is not perfection. Their focus is communication. For example, imagine someone asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" Many learners freeze because they try to create a perfect sentence like, "Yesterday I spent my time studying English and watching educational videos to improve my knowledge." But you don't need to say something complicated. You can simply say, "Yesterday I studied English and watched some videos." That simple sentence is enough. The message is clear and communication happened. One of the biggest secrets of fluent speakers is this. They do not use complicated language all the time. They use simple English confidently. Simple English is faster. Simple English is easier for your brain. Simple English helps conversations move naturally. Instead of trying to sound impressive, focus on sounding clear. Instead of thinking, "I must speak like an advanced speaker," think like this: "I just need to express my idea." That mindset immediately removes pressure. And when pressure disappears, speaking becomes easier. Many learners wait until they feel confident before speaking. But confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking. The more you speak, the more comfortable your brain becomes. The more comfortable your brain becomes, the less you freeze. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. The first time you try, it feels strange and difficult. But after many attempts, your body learns the balance automatically. Speaking English works the same way. Your brain must learn through repetition. Tell yourself this: "My goal is not perfect English. My goal is continuous English." Continuous English means you keep talking. Even if the sentence is simple, even if you pause, even if you repeat a word, the important thing is movement. Because when your speaking continues, your brain stays active. And when your brain stays active, freezing disappears. The moment you accept imperfect English, something powerful happens. Your fear decreases. Your mind relaxes. Your ideas flow more easily. You begin to focus on the conversation instead of your mistakes. And suddenly speaking becomes much more natural. Tip 2. Use simple sentences first. One of the biggest mistakes English learners make is trying to build long and complicated sentences. They believe that long sentences mean good English. But this belief actually creates fear. When your brain tries to create long sentences, too many things happen at the same time. You think about grammar. You search for vocabulary. You worrying about pronunciation. You worrying about mistakes. And because your brain is doing too many things at once, it becomes slow. That is exactly when freezing happens. The secret to speaking confidently is not complicated English. The secret is simple English spoken clearly and confidently. Simple sentences help your brain move faster. Your brain can produce them quickly without stress. When your brain feels relaxed, your speaking becomes smooth. Think about how children learn language. Children do not begin with complicated sentences. They start with simple sentences like I talked with my friend. I watched a movie. I like this. Simple sentences create confidence. Confidence creates fluency. Fluency then allows you to speak longer sentences naturally. Another powerful technique is learning how to connect small sentences instead of building one big sentence. For example, imagine someone asks you, "What did you do last weekend?" You can say, "Last weekend was very relaxing. I stayed at home. I watched a movie. I also practiced some English." Notice something important. These are simple sentences, but together they create a full and natural answer. This is how fluent speakers talk. They build many simple sentences, not one complicated sentence. Tip 3. Prepare easy conversation starters. Another reason people freeze when talking to someone is that they don't know how to start the conversation. The beginning often feels like the hardest moment. Your mind asks questions like, what should I say first? What if I say something wrong? What if the conversation becomes awkward? But the solution is simple. Prepare easy conversation starters. Examples: Hi, how are you today? Where are you from? What do you do? How long have you been studying English? What is the most difficult part of English for you? These simple questions open the conversation naturally. Tip 4. Focus on listening, not only speaking. Many learners think they must speak all the time, but great conversations are built on listening. When you listen carefully, the other person gives you ideas for what to say next. A powerful rule is the 80-20 rule. Listen 80% of the time. Speak 20%. Listening helps you understand the conversation and respond naturally. Tip 5. Ask questions to keep the conversation going. Great conversations are built on curiosity. Ask follow-up questions like, why did you start learning English? What kind of movies do you like? Do you have a favorite actor? Each question creates another idea and the conversation continues. Tip 6. Practice speaking every day. Speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Even if you are alone, you can practice. For example, today, I watched an English video. It was very interesting. I learned some new ideas. Daily practice builds confidence. Tip 7. Slow down your speaking. Many learners try to speak too fast. But fluency is not about speed. Fluency is about clarity and comfort. Pause when needed. Say things like, let me think. Well, pausing is natural. Tip 8. Think in ideas, not grammar. Instead of thinking about grammar rules, focus on your idea first. For example, yesterday I go market. I buy fruit. The grammar may not be perfect, but the idea is clear. Tip 9. Accept mistakes and keep talking. Mistakes are part of learning. Every fluent speaker made thousands of mistakes while learning. Mistakes mean you are practicing and improving. Tip 10. Train your mouth by speaking out loud. Read English out loud. Speak about your day. Describe what you are doing. This trains your mouth and improves pronunciation. Tip 11. Copy real speaker shadowing technique. Listen to a sentence and repeat it while copying the speaker's rhythm and pronunciation. This helps you sound more natural. When you combine all these techniques, your speaking ability improves dramatically. Your brain becomes faster. Your confidence grows. And conversations stop feeling scary. Remember, you don't need perfect English. You only need practice and consistency. Start today. Speak every day. Little by little, your confidence and fluency will grow. And if you want to keep improving your English with helpful videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new lesson.